Hello everybody, this is LudiCold15 and welcome back to another part of Let's Play Pokemon HeartGold. Last time we took on some random passerboy and figured out that his real name was Dan Versus. He's come to our channel to take over the world for some weird reason. Even though he has more issues in his own show than he does in us right now. But now we're here to start the gym challenges and actually start our adventure. So today I'm planning to get all the way to the first city. Hope I can get through it anyways, because I still have quite a few battles to go through, and I have to fight the rest of the trainers here. We can also catch Pokemon, just in case we ever cared, but before we start, I just want to start with the battles already, since, I want to get through those away right immediately. First Pokemon, I'm going to go over the Pokemon. There are version exclusives here, so I'm going to talk about the first couple Pokemon in our version, HeartGold. So in HeartGold, you can find... Well, right now you can find this Pokemon if you're playing HeartGold right now, like me. You can find this Pokemon right now, but in Soul Silver you'll be able to find its other counterpart. But in HeartGold you can find Caterpie, the basic average worm Pokemon you would start a typical adventure, who starts off weak, turns into a Cocoon, and then evolves into a Butterfree. When it's fully evolved, it's got some pretty strong stats early on, but unfortunately, as we all know, the Caterpie family struggles on to comparing to other Pokemon later on you get adventure. Butterfree does get outclassed, obviously. One thing I like to point out about Caterpie is that if you for some reason want to wait till level 15 to learn Bug Bite, you can do that. So if you want to get Bug Bite on a Butterfree for some reason, then there you go, you gotta wait till level 15 to evolve it. I wouldn't do that since Butterfree is not really a physical attacker, it's more of a special attacker. But yeah, I wouldn't really do it. I'd rather not talk about Butterfree much because you can catch a Butterfree later on. But if you Caterpie's pretty weak and I wouldn't recommend it much, but if you want a temporary team member of a fully evolved as a temporary team member, then go ahead. And speaking of Caterpie, you can also find Metapod here, but I wouldn't recommend catching Metapod because all it has is Harden, and it will forever add Harden until it evolves to level 10. And I'm pretty sure the thing can also learn Iron Defense level now, but I wouldn't even bother learning Iron Defense with it. Just evolve it straight into Butterfree. The counterpart of Caterpie that you can find in Soul Silver if you're playing it right now, you'll be able to find Weedle. One thing I wanted to mention about Weedle is that if you were to pick Chikorita, I would be careful playing it with picking Chikorita with Soul Silver, because Weedle's a Pokemon that can poison your Pokemon and Chikorita with the poison. But anyways, on to Weedle itself. Weedle, same thing, except Caterpie does start with Tackle, but Weedle starts with Poison Sting, a stab move that complements its physical attack. So between Caterpie and Weedle, I definitely go Weedle. But overall, between Butterfree and Beedrill, other than Mega, before Megas were a thing, Butterfree was always the better one, though that's not really saying much because, well, Weedle's family isn't very good either. And on top of that, Bug Poison are not very good types offensively. Not only because Bug is strong against Grass, but so is Poison. And Poison's only strong against Grass, and Bug is a better offensive move. Bug type is just a better offensive type in general. And on top of that, the moves it does learn once it fully evolves are really weak. It does learn some dark moves to complement it. It even learns Toxic Spikes and some other moves through TMs, but really Weedle doesn't really do it. As a Weedle itself, it can also learn Bug by level 15, and then yeah, you can do it well. Same thing about Soul Silver, you can also fight Kakuna there, which is basically, do not get it because it only ever learns Harden until it evolves. Yeah, you're better off raising a Weedle. So I feel like the Metapod Kakuna thing are going to be short, but who cares? I explained what the Pokemon is. And now to the last two Pokemon. HeartGold, you can find Lediba. Alright, it's time to complain. I hate Lediba. I hate this Pokemon so much. And Lediba overall, the whole Lediba family is completely worthless. Learns a couple physical moves that doesn't even complement its physical attack, because wow, that is a bad physical attack set, and it gets worse once it fully evolves. It's this thing too, this thing doesn't learn that many bad moves. In fact, later next gen it gets a really good ability, but it doesn't help it because its attack set's so low, because it does get Iron Fist as a hidden ability, so in Gen 5 anyway, but that's nothing yet. Once it fully evolves, it does learn Bug Buzz in the late levels, which is a really good move, but unfortunately, Lediba just has such poor stats a bad defense type to help its defense stats. And if it were to exist in Gen 1, the family could have probably been really good. But this is Gen 4. Not only was the special split already occurring in Gen 2, but yeah. Seriously, this thing sucks. Like, really bad. It doesn't even... If you want to know something else, flying moves, it gets air cutter through move tutor, but move tutor moves are going to be really hard to access. And the only other move you can get that's flying is, if I'm correct, it's hidden power flying. Yeah, do not get this thing. It's outclassed. Doesn't have any reason to be used. Like, I'm not even kidding. At least in Gen 2, the elemental punches were still special, so you would be able to at least teach them that, because it does learn the elemental punches, and it still does. But yeah, Ladybug's bad. Do not get it. The counter pick of Ladybug in Soul Silver, who is better but not much better, is Spinarak. Spinarak is Spider Pokemon, obviously, as we all know, and is also a bug poison type. Unlike Ladybug, Spinarak does get some solid moves that actually like help its physical attack. Before it evolves to be able to get... Great, I don't remember if it learns Bug Bite. Oh, no. It does learn some good moves. It learns Nightshade, which is a move that does damage equal to your level. Learns Shadow Sneak before it evolves, a 40 power priority ghost move, which is a bit weird they can learn it. Once it evolves, once we get access to remembering moves, it will be able to get Bug Bite if you can ever get that far anyway. Once it evolves anyway, there it is. One thing about the whole Spinarak family is that they can learn some bizarre moves. Well, it does learn Poison Jab at late levels for some dumb reason. It does, for some reason, learn Psychic through level up. For some weird reason, it can learn Psychic through level up. But with a very low special attack, I wouldn't even bother teaching it. But yeah, Spinarak family is not any better. It's still bad. In fact, I'd rather say Beedrill's better than Ariados. But one thing that Ariados does have over Beedrill is definitely Spider Web, which is, one of the few to ever learn it. I forget what other Pokemon can learn it. For some reason, I think Shuckle can learn it, but I don't know. I know the Galvantula in the next generation can learn it. I even used one. Yeah. Ariados is a bit better, but not by much. I wouldn't recommend Spinarak, but, it does have some positives. And now we're done with the bios, we can move on and actually continue the route and potentially catch our second team member if we make it all the way to the end. There's Caterpie, only has Tackle and String Shot, and we'll only have that until fully evolved. We're gonna keep battling because I need my Ember, and missing does not help. In case you're wondering what day it is June 4th. I am recording this around afternoon, but I'm recording this around afternoon. So it's like 1 o'clock. In California here. 1 p.m. here. Get some experience, level up? Nope. We gotta level up, dude. Let's pick up our Apricorn and then start battling some trainers, because this is episode 3 and we are finally starting to battle trainers. Besides the rival anyway. My bad. Did not mean to tap that. We gotta keep going through this grass now. The Metapod! Oh, great. This is why I wish I had Ember right now, but this will give us Ember anyway. So while I talk, I'm going to try to see what else I'm going to talk about. One thing I feel like I made a bit of a mistake about Solar is that I realized that its move pool isn't even as strong as some of the other fire types. As much as I hate to admit it, Charizard has a better move pool. And Fernie and Blaziken definitely have better move pools than this thing. Even Emboar has better move pools in the next gen. I feel like Typhlosion is one of the weaker fire starters, not gonna lie. Because its move pool is much more weaker. In fact, comparing the Joe starters, I feel like they're some of the weaker ones. Though I do like Typhlosion in general more than Emboar and Charizard. Charizard has some positives over Typhlosion. But what really stinks about Typhlosion is that it lost access to actual good use for Thunder Punch. And for electric moves, it's stuck with Hidden Power Electric. But I'm still going to give it the same move pool I planned. So that's all we're going to do. Now we took on the Metapod, we can level up and learn our fire move finally. Jeez, like even some stars learned their fire moves at level 7. My goodness. Alright, now that the whole trainers are free to go, we can skip the first trainer, but we gotta fight him. Here we are. first trainer to fight, and it is the man himself. Everyone knows this guy. I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak. Come on, let's battle. Let's go, bro. It is youngster Joey, the most infamous youngster you'll ever battle, and is 100% Ultra Instinct Rattata. And we're gonna Ember it. And it should be dead. Yeah, dead. Man, that was a powerful Rattata. Darn, that literally took up all my... That battle wore me out, dude. Forgot that I'm sending money to mom. So every trainer that we battle, we can get their phone numbers, or most trainers that will allow us to get their phone numbers. I will be doing that because why not? So I have unlimited amount of numbers I can put on. Joey is a trainer we can skip, but Mikey we can't. Oh man, it's his twin friend. Why I say twin if they're not even relatives? They look the same. What am I thinking? They all look the same. How did he beat you if his Pokemon are level 2? Did he like get critical hits or something? I have no idea. I understand now your thing is level 4. Like I think youngster Joey's Rattata was level 2 if I'm correct back in Gen 2. And quick attack is an annoying move. Like I said, Rattata does learn some solid moves even for being a knowing Pokemon in general. It's just a shame that's a bit outclassed. Though I will say it's better than some other normal types I'll be playing, though there are better ones. I don't know. Like I said, some Pokemon have their own positives, but most of them don't feel like they're worthy compared to others. She's not a trainer if I'm correct. She's just there for, yeah, to warn us. And we have a wild counter to deal with again. Joy. I don't want to get too strong because I don't want to like get to a point where I have to weaken all my Pokemon. I'm just gonna Ember this thing and move on. Oh, I wish I had repels right now. But I should mention, stores work a bit differently in this game. The whole lineup changes depending on how many gym badges you've collected. Well, if I remember correctly, I have no idea. I'm trying to think if that is right. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, that's how it worked for... I played through Platinum a couple times, so it should work. Or maybe I'm still thinking Crystal Clear. Well, one thing that does, however, change is, like, that does say in the store that varies in stores is the Pokeballs you can buy. So this guy's got bug Pokemon. Yeah. I should mention about the Weedle family since we're playing HeartGold. We can catch them later on, like I said. It's just I'll have to tell you when. And as for when I'm gonna fully talk about fully evolved Pokemon, I will only talk about the ones you can find in the wild, most likely. And I just don't have the patience to do every single Pokemon in the game. And I'll just get through this whole thing. We have a Pidgey. Oh, we're in a new route, by the way. So let me talk about the new Pokemon you can find here. After I'm done with this Pidgey, that is. Let me just get this grass first, and then I'll talk about the Pokemon you can find. I'm still going to be battling Pokemon. There's my Cyndaquil. First, let me talk to this guy. Let me talk to you. Pokemon that light it up, explore. So you need like a move that can light things up, which we can find, but I'm not going to say what it is until we get there. The Pokemon we can find in Route 31. The first Pokemon we can find that's new here, and actually, I'm trying to think. I think it's the only new one you can find. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the only new one you can find. The only new Pokemon you can find is Bellsprout. Our first grass type that isn't Chikorita. One thing that I have some things I like about the family in general. I've used one and it's served me really well, obviously. But there are some issues I have with Bellsprout. The first issue I should automatically mention is grass moves. You're going to be stuck with Vine Whip for... If you're not going to use TMs on this thing, you're going to be stuck with Vine Whip for a very long time. And one thing I should mention about grass moves is that it really doesn't... It gets Razor Leaf like around the 30s. I think it also gets it around the 30s even when it evolves. And if you want Razor Leaf, you can fully evolve, but stones are a bit tricky to get in this game. Not as bad as Gold and Silver, but yeah. Let me talk about it. Bellsprout does learn good moves. Once it fully evolves, it gets access to Leaf Storm and Leaf Blade, which are really fun moves, if you ask me. And it's a pretty solid mixed attacker. Sludge Bomb is probably the better move to have if I were to pick between the two. I don't even know if it can learn Poison Jab, but all I know is it can learn Sludge Bomb at the very least. And it even learns Swords Dance. I don't know if it does learn it, but that's a move I would recommend having. Though I think it's only accessible through some other method in Swords Dance, but yeah. Victreebel is a solid Pokemon. It's just, if you're gonna use it, I'd recommend trying to get a stone before Elite Four anyways, but they're really hard to come by, just saying. But I will say, Bellsprout is definitely worth it if you can get it all. If you can get to the fact that unfortunately learns only one grass, it only learns grass moves for a very long time. Yeah. It also has the typical stats element moves. The Victreebel is your normal grass type. Maybe it was a bit awkward how I talked about Victreebel in general, but I don't think it's a bad Pokemon. It's just the fact that I can't stress how badly I'm annoyed the fact that it only stuck with Violent for a very long time, which isn't a really good grass move. At least with the Bulbasaur family, it would be able to learn Razor Leaf. I think sooner anyway. We're in Dark Cave. I'm not going to do much here. I'm just going to stand still once again and talk about the Pokemon you can find here. There are two Pokemon we can find here. The first Pokemon we can find is Zubat. And let's talk about Zubat. Zubat is your typical cave Pokemon you find basically any cave around, usually common. Most people make a meme about it as every time. First step, Zubat, we get it. However, I'm going to see how positive I can talk about Zubat in general. Let me get the negatives out of the way. Raising a Zubat is not easy. I need to stress this right now. It only starts with Leech Life and also Supersonic, which are not very good moves, since Leech Life has not gotten its buff yet, and Supersonic is not a very good move for confusion. Yeah, it's very hard to raise, but once it gets Bite around level 13, I want to say, it gets going. And then once it learns Wing Attack at level 19, if I'm correct, it really goes far. Like, really does well overall. And then it learns Confuse Ray before it evolves, and then, yeah. It takes a while for it to get going, but once it does, it's great. And then when it fully evolves, it's one of the fastest Pokemon you can obtain, if you can get that far anyway. Because fully evolving it is a bit tricky because you have to keep increasing its happiness. There is a ball that can help you increase its happiness to make it better anyway. Yeah. And if you want to skip on this family, go ahead. There are many opportunities where you can catch Golbat. So, I mean, there are a couple opportunities where you can catch Golbat later on. And yeah, this family is really good. Learn some good moves to level up. Has an alright special attack to even work with, surprisingly. And yeah, it's just so fun to talk about because Zubat is a Pokemon that's so common, yet it's also underrated. And on top of that, Zubat's Poison Flying has 3 quad resistances. It has a couple weaknesses which are pretty common types, but I feel like the 3 resistances are really good to have on it. Second Pokemon that's very rare and really popular in this area is Dunsparce. Oh, how I wish it was actually good. If you look at the moves Dunsparce can learn, you'd be surprised by how many moves this thing can learn. It has one of the biggest move pools I've ever seen. It also has one of the best abilities in the game, Serene Grace, doubling the chance, doubling secondary effects like paralysis, burn, freeze, you name it. This thing has a double chance. It even learns some other flinch moves to help it. But unfortunately, its stats are so bad that it's not even worth it. It's outclassed by Furret. Right now, it's better, but like, later on, it's clearly outclassed by almost any normal type you could think of. Except for like Spinda. I'd say Dunsparce is better than Spinda. But yeah, its stats are so bad that it's not worth it, like, at all. And it's also so rare that you're most likely going to have a better chance finding other normal types than this thing. You have Rattata and Sentry. I'd rather use those over Dunsparce. It's just a shame because it has so many positives I can think of. Oh, those 2 positives in particular, but like, yeah, but its stats are so bad that it's just not usable. I know I've been ranting a lot about Pokemon in general, but like, it's true. Some Pokemon are just not meant to be good. But we'll get to some more positives in the next route, because next route there are a lot of Pokemon I like to talk about that are even better. So this guy right here doesn't really say much. He saw a Pokemon that makes him, you know, sleepy to a point where I want to say drunk. Let's go get this Pokeball, and it is a Pokeball. We can get more Pokemon than ever. What do you think about the Solar? Dude, you're trying to kill me or something? What's going on, dude? Dude, he's trying to kill me. Also, let's start burning this bug boy. I caught a bunch of Pokemon. Let me battle with you. He isn't lying. He has a lot of bug Pokemon. If you think Chikorita, you're kind of screwed in this battle. But you can, I think you can skip him. I don't know if you can skip him. I didn't see. But we have Cyndaquil, so we don't have nothing to worry about. You can just burn these worms and move on. Let's see if I have enough time to catch my second team member, that is. What I do is I'm probably just going to check my in-game time and figure out if we really do have enough time. We should be fine. I mean, I don't see what the big issue is. So I don't want to get too over-leveled because I want to catch a second team member in here as fast as possible. Let's see if I can do it anyway. Weedle's done. Because we picked Cyndaquil, we're going to get this battle easily. If you pick Totodile, maybe you'll have some issues because that Weedle can be annoying. I bought antidotes. I honestly should not have because we're not playing Soul Silver. We're not going to be carrying many Weedles and Spinarak. Yeah, if you pick Soul Silver, you're going to be dealing with some poison issues, especially if you pick Chikorita there. He wants our phone number as well. We'll give it to him. It looks like we can skip him, actually. That ledge over there can prove us why. How I'm going to do trainer rematches, I might show them, depending if you guys really want to see them. I don't know, like the two of you that are watching this or so. I don't know, just depends if you guys want to see them. Its own separate part, that is. Like I said, it's going to be a long Let's Play. Ooh, got through with no wild encounters, that's cool. I found a good Pokemon Dark Cave. I'm going to raise it to take on the Falconer. He's the leader of Odyssey Gym. Are you referring to Geodude? Because you can find Geodude there too? Yeah. So, there really isn't much to do in this route. We just went over the Pokemon. But let's go to Violet City now, because we definitely have enough time. Let's see. Oh, we're almost at 30 minutes. Jeez. Oh, forgot you were here. That's fine. You're safe. I knew it was you, Glad. How did you know it was me? You were stalking me the whole time? How'd you get past me? There's something neat for surprising me, Glad. Got the VS recorder. I'll be able to record battles, basically. Which, I don't know if I even want to remember these battles. Let's go, Meryl. No, we don't need a video game called Pokemon Let's Go Meryl. We're not getting Gen 2 Let's Go games. I don't hate Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, but like, I feel those games aren't even close to as strong as some of the other games. Like, these games in particular are way better. Just my opinion. So here we are in Violet City, the first city we can go. This NPC doesn't have much for us. Shard the berry. Yeah, I can trade berry for a shard. If you want to bring me some shards, I will give you 3 berries. Yeah. I don't have a shard, so we can't really do this. Yeah, that's how you can get normal berries. So if you collect shards, you can do that. Instead of move tutors, you just get berries, which is really dumb. So I'm gonna go heal and just go straight to catching our second team member since I want to get near the end of the episode already. So I'm gonna heal and then move on. That NPC in the top of the box, like above the PC, I'm going to talk about it in the next episode because I want to explore Violet City in the next episode. Instead, I'm going to go below and just get my second team member already. Well, you know, while we're here, we'll just go explore a bit of it. There are ghost types in the Sprout Tower that appear only at night. I will be going over those when I can. And this guy... I collect Pokemon. Do you have a Bellsprout? One straight from my Onix? No. I'm thinking if I should talk about Onix right now or should talk about it in the next episode, in the different episode. Because not all in-game. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do in-game trade bios basically. Do I want to talk about them now or do I want to talk about when we get to the area? I'll probably just save an Onix bio for the next area, and I don't even have one complete yet at the time of this recording. So yeah. A Pokemon you get in the trade grows quickly, but if you don't have the right gym badge, you may disobey. So basically, depending on the gym badge you have, trade Pokemon will only obey whenever you know they can. By the way, if you pick Chikorita, you might want to catch a Bellsprout so you can do that trade. I don't know about you, but I have it temporarily if you don't want to use that Pokemon anyway. Onix. I'll talk about Onix when I get to the area. That's what I'm going to do. Pokemon have what are called abilities. I explained about this, so I need to talk about that. It makes them have your own unique abilities. Some Pokemon I feel like are just good because of their abilities. Some berries can restore Pokemon's health. Many others are be held by Pokemon. Take notes on this. These guys are making a trade. Hey you, it's a little Sunday. Would you like to join a group? Oh, I'm not going to join groups. No. I don't want to do that, honestly, as much as I want to. I don't really have much of a thing to do. This is... Nintendo Wi-Fi is gone, basically. Pokemon is holding something. I'm not going to talk about the bug much. So this guy right here, hey, you're a Pokemon trainer. If you beat the gym leader, you'll be ready for prime time. I'm not going to go in the gym yet because I feel like we're getting near the end of the episode already. Faulkner has inherited all of his abilities from his father. That's cool. Bonjour, you're a trainer? About the gym leader when you did? Nope. Is that so? Then study show you. Follow me. No, I already went there. Come on, dude. You need to show me to the school. You know, fine, I'll go to your dumb school. Here, teacher, I am. Good is to study for you. Might as well go back in so I can talk to the teacher. Here I am. Wonderful. Pokemon, yes. Teach you I will be to be a better trainer. What you want to know? What you want to be a winner? Oh, I already know that stuff. Very good. How to raise Pokemon well? Full battles, all violence. How to battle well? Nope. Oh, smart student you are. Nothing more do I teach. Go to Pokemon CC. Must be. So he just teaches you the basics of actual Pokemon gameplay. I'm not going to go above because that's the next area I want to go to next episode. Pokemon art, I might as well just go in right now. They really don't sell much here if I'm correct. Yeah, I forgot to mention. They don't do anything until afterwards. Until I complete the gym badge. But these guys do change. These guys right here. They sell mail and balls. A different type of balls. Net balls and heal balls. I don't need any of them since I'm not catching any water types yet. Or bug types yet. But so I can end the episode. I'm going to keep exploring Violet City. You cannot have your Pokemon out walking with you in some places. Places like buildings, caves, and where are huge crowds. So all you have to do is to put them in your Pokeball. Yeah, like I don't know how to do that, dingus. She's the name of all the foods she really enjoys eating, but nickname she gives it to her own Pokemon, I mean. I call my bitchy Strawberry. What? Pidgey. Hey, a sound that actually does sound like it's Pokemon. Finally. Been looking for that. These trainers know what to do. That Strawberry is like the best NPC Pokemon I'll ever meet. So right now I'm going to go explore Route 32. I'm only going to go over one Pokemon in there because that's going to be my next team member. So let's pick up an Apricorn tree and move on. Yellow Apricorn. This might be a 40-minute video. In fact, most of these videos might be 40-something minutes because of these bios. I don't know about you, but those are extremely long now because of this. You don't want me to go here. Let's just start saving. So we're just going to catch a Pokemon and move on. Okay? We're going to stick a team member right here. So depending if all of you, all the billions of people out there who play Pokemon HeartGold, you know what Pokemon I'd be looking for. So right now, let's go pick up our second team member. And here we are. We have found our second team member. And it's a male. Oh man, I was hoping it'd be a female instead, but we'll stick with it. So here we are. We have Mareep. Now Mareep is a Pokemon. It is very popular by everyone who's played the Johto games because it is one of the early electric types you can obtain. And a lot of people like electric types, and Mareep is really good for that reason. It's slow, unlike most of the electric types. It is quite slow. But it's just so good at what it does in electric type Pokemon that, I don't know, just the fact that the first gym leader uses flying types, and Mareep has already got an advantage of that, but it also gets solid electric moves, or solid moves for level up. Electric moves, otherwise, like, it does need Thunderbolt for TM, but once it eventually evolves anyway, it does get good moves leveling up. Signal Beam. Power Gem, which is a pretty unique special rock move. It's one of the very few special rock moves you can teach anyway to a Pokemon, or at least obtain. But in all seriousness, though, yeah, it also owns Thunder Wave because Thunder Wave is such a good status element move to have for the most part. Yeah, there really isn't anything bad to say about Ampharos other than the speed. And it's also so adorable. And on top of that, it works well for my second team member. Because even though it's a popular pick, and I usually don't like to have popular Pokemon on my team, I love this Pokemon so much, I just can't not use it. Oh no, it growled at me. So, yeah, we're going to catch our team and move on. Because there really isn't anything much else I'm going to say about Mareep. It's just so adorable. It's so good at its job. And it didn't catch? I get that Mareep has a 235 catch rate. But really, a Pokeball at Yellow Health does not work? Something must be wrong. Oh well. We're going to keep throwing balls until we catch it. As for the name I'm going to give it, well, because it's a female, it won't work much now. And oh my goodness, really? I am not using another tackle on you. Because what if I get a critical hit? Okay, fine, I'll use a tackle. If I get a critical hit, all that work just becomes to waste. Alright. I'm not throwing any more balls unless it growls at me. I'm not throwing any more tackles unless it growls at me. No more throwing balls, not getting that team member. 1, 2, 3. There you go, see? And watch it have a bad nature. You ready? This seems special oriented. Come on. So Mareep, I'm gonna give it the name right now. If this thing has a bad nature, I'm just gonna end the episode and catch a better one off screen because honestly, there really isn't much else to say. It's Mary. Well, it doesn't work on it because it's not a female anymore. It's not a female. Come on. I'm just gonna accept it for what it is. Let's go, Mary. And its nature is brave. Not very good. But it doesn't lower its special attack. And I'll have its physical attack right now. And its speed isn't even its best stat even. So you know what? I'll take it. I would have asked for a better one in general, but you know, I'll take it. So what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to end the episode, leave, and then go heal as well. So I'm just going to save right now, start the episode in the Pokemon Center next time, and move on to take on the rest of Violet City. So next time we're going to actually take on the first gym, most likely anyway. I don't know, that's probably my plan. See you guys next time. We will also try to be training my Marie, also try to off-screen train Marie to where it's caught up with my Cyndaquil. Anyway, see you guys next time for more HeartGold and actually make progress in this game again. Later.